one significant thing happened. The Lord gave Saul a test. Everybody say a test. Now, we have to be prepared when our test is going to come. Hello? A fasting season, we're going to hide when come down. No man served God for naught. Even the devil admit that. No man served God or fear God for naught. Now, when the test comes, our faith in God is going to be the most important thing. And James chapter 1 tells you about it. I won't touch James. Right? So, the Lord said to Saul, I want you to wait until Samuel comes to offer a sacrifice. Because the people want, the enemy is trying to fight them. And he said, alright, don't go as it. A sacrifice must be done. And God is not a chaka God. He's a very orderly God. He said, Samuel should come and offer a sacrifice before he go out to fight against the enemy. And the enemy was there. And the enemy can intimidate us sometimes to the point where we do something to displease God and everything. You heard that? We need to study our enemies. We have three enemies: the world, the flesh, and the devil. And the enemy can try to intimidate us to the point where we act out of God's will. Because you see, once we are in God's will, it doesn't matter how the enemy of our puff, he cannot. He doesn't do it in the secret place of the Most High, the city of refuge, right? But when we step out of that refuge, that place of security, then anything prone to happen to us. You know that? Seriously. And so, when Saul was waiting, he waited for 7 days. The Lord did not tell him how long. And this is what give a lot of persons some problem. God knows what we need more than we know it. And that can be a test just the same. But the Bible said, they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. So the Lord said, wait until Samuel comes. Because a priest could never be a king, and a king could never be a priest. So prophet, priest, and king, those were three very, very unique offices in the Old Testament. And so Saul waited for 7 days. And did Samuel come? So he said to himself, and this is where he went wrong. He said, am I not the king? And he went into the office of the priest and forced himself to offer the sacrifice. Jesus said to them. And when he was through and was coming to the door, who will think him see coming? Let me say it to the potter. Who will think he's there coming? Who did he see coming? Samuel! And Samuel said, what? The waiting, the Lord didn't say how long, But wait until Samuel come. Now he waited 7 days. But Samuel still came on the 7th day, but not the time that Saul thought he would come. Jesus said. You know, many sisters who are in church waiting on the Lord, want a husband, don't ask why I don't know, because of the going on the Lord need. And they waiting on the Lord, working for the Lord, and the Lord had prepared the young man for him. And just as the young man ready, Sister Walters, she backslid. Oh, Jesus said to me. I'm in trouble. Now, you have some persons, I heard about, Brother Lee Stone told about the sister who, she was seemingly a very faithful sister, but she had a husband, watch this carefully, who wasn't saved. And the husband was giving her the time of her life. But the worse the husband got is the more the power of God was preserving the wife. And she got the church to pray and pray and pray and pray for her husband to be saved. And when he got saved, she backslid. This is reading something. This is not an answer story. So Brother Lee Stone King said, her husband was never her problem. She was her own problem. No. Break it down. If this sister had a husband that was so terrible, and the more he behaved terribly, is the more she prayed and fasted at the church and prayed and fast. But is it wrong thing you were praying about? Not that it wasn't good that the Lord saved the man. But did she need the prayer all along? Oh, Jesus. So they got the church and pray and fast, and the Lord save the man. And as the Lord saved the terrible man, she backslid. So he's in church and she's outside. So her husband wasn't really a problem. Alright, maybe you don't agree. Alright. So the long shot then is that Samuel blew it. And the Lord through Samuel said, the Lord wanted to establish your kingdom forever. But why did you couldn't just wait? Tell him, but wait, no man. Wait. I know nobody tell about wait upon scale. Tell him to wait, just wait. Oh my God. I feel it in my spirit of the region. I feel it. Wait, just wait. Hallelujah. Alright. So the Lord decided to give Saul one more chance. And God is a God of another chance. He said, alright. And it's in chapter 15 now. He said, from chapter 14 actually, he said to Samuel again, go and tell Saul, I remember what Amalek did to the children of Israel. When they were trying to pass through, they said, well, you're not passing through. They said, we'll pay our way to pass through. They said, you're not passing through. They said, but we must pass through. And this is all this world is, Jesus help me. This world don't want us to pass through, so they do everything to distract us and to attract us and to delay us. And if we don't really know where we are going, that we are pilgrims and this world is not our home, we're going to just lay down all our plans to make it in with Jesus and just lay down and play dead, so to speak. And the Amalekites decided you're not passing through, whether you're going to pay or whether you're not going to pay. But the Lord said we must pass through, so what are we going to do? And so they decided to pass through. And the Amalekites, you know what they did? They didn't attack them from the front, where the soldiers and the strong men were. They waited for the back, where the elderly men and the elderly women were, and the pregnant mothers and those who just have babies and the infants, and they slaughtered them. And God swore by himself that he would wipe out the remembrance of the Amalekites from the face of the earth. And I wanted to pause. When God swore by himself, because he can swear by no greater. And the Bible said, the Lord said through Samuel, now tell Saul, I am going to use you, Saul, to do this part for me. Go down to the Amalekites. I want to utterly wipe them out for me. Jesus said, man, woman, boy, girl, animal, everything. And Saul said, alright. You know what Saul did? Saul went and did as he pleased. Jesus said, and just a touch and go. He went and did as he pleased. And then he went and said to Samuel, I have obeyed the voice of the Lord. What do you call that? What do you really call that? When he saw Samuel, he said, praise the Lord, brother Samuel, I have obeyed the voice of the Lord. And Samuel said, if you have obeyed the voice of the Lord, what is this that I'm hearing? The lowing of the ox and the bleating of the sheep. And he said, well, I have obeyed the voice of the Lord, but, no, if you obey the voice of the Lord, there's no but. You're not supposed to smoke, for that matter. Huh? So the but come in. So I have heard and I have obeyed the voice of the Lord, but. So he went and he chose. He said, I've chosen the fatling, the fat oxen, and all those who look good to offer it to the Lord. So someone said, the Lord have great pleasure in all of what you're doing. In other words, the Lord, he said, let me read it quickly. There's something very significant about it. This is what he said, verse 9, chapter 15. But Saul and the people spared Agag and the best of the sheep and of the oxen and of the fatlings and the lambs. You hear much things that were spared? And all that was good, and would not utterly destroy them, but everything that was vile and refuse, that they destroyed utterly. Then came the word of the Lord unto Samuel, saying, it repented me that I have set up Saul to be king, for he is turned back from following me, and hath not performed my commandments. And it grieved Samuel, and he cried unto the Lord all night. Everybody say all night. You hear that? And when Samuel rose early to meet Saul in the morning, it was told Samuel, saying, Saul came to Carmel, and behold, he set him up a place, and he's gone about and passed on and gone down to Gilgal and gone about the business. And somebody came to Saul, and Saul said unto him, Blessed be thou of the Lord. In other words, praise the Lord. I have performed the commandments of the Lord. No, this is what I call dry eye. This is what I call bare face. This is what I call presumptuous. And Samuel said, What meaneth then this bleating of the sheep in mine ears, and the lowing of the oxen which I hear? And Saul said, They have brought them from the Amalekites. For the people spared the best of the sheep and of the oxen to sacrifice unto the Lord thy God. He never said my God. He never owned God. And the rest we have utterly destroyed. Then Samuel said unto Saul, Stay, and I will tell thee what the Lord hath said to me this night. And he said unto him, Say on. No, watch his attitude. Say on. Go on, talk. Talk now. And Samuel said, When thou wast little in thine own sight, wast thou not made the head of the tribes of Israel? And the Lord anointed thee king over Israel? And the Lord sent thee on a journey and said, Go and utterly destroy the sinners, the Amalekites, and fight against them until they be consumed. Wherefore then didst thou not obey the voice of the Lord, but didst fly upon the spoil, and didst evil in the sight of the Lord? Watch this now. And Saul said unto Samuel, Yea, I have obeyed the voice of the Lord. Now, here's what I'm saying again. You see how long it takes this man to admit him wrongs? He said, Yea, I have obeyed the voice of the Lord, and have gone the way which the Lord sent me, and have brought Agag the king of Amalek, and have utterly destroyed the Amalekites. But the people took up the spoil, sheep and oxen, and chief of the things which should have been utterly destroyed, to sacrifice unto the Lord thy God in Gilgal. And Samuel said, Hath the Lord, this is the verse I was quoting, hath the Lord as great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices as in obeying the voice of the Lord? Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to hearken than the fat of rams. For rebellion is as a sin of witchcraft. So if somebody inside there was rebellious, you are seen in the sight of God as a obia worker, as a wizard, as a witch. For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft. That means it's equal to it. And stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry. Because thou hast rejected the word of the Lord, he also hath rejected thee from being king. And it's after he heard the judgment, here now. And Saul said unto Samuel, I have sinned. You understand? I have sinned. In other words, I have sinned then. For I have transgressed the commandment of the Lord and thy words, because I feared the people and obeyed their voice. Now therefore I pray thee, pardon my sin and turn again with me, that I may worship the Lord. And Samuel said unto Saul, I will not return with thee, for thou hast rejected the word of the Lord, and the Lord hath rejected thee from being king over Israel. And as Samuel turned about to go away, he laid hold upon the skirt of his mantle, and it rented. And Samuel said unto him, The Lord hath rent the kingdom of Israel from thee this day, and hath given it to a neighbor of thine that is better than thou. And also the strength of Israel, that's God, will not lie, nor repent, for he is not a man that he should repent. And he said, and he continued there, but I'll stop right here, because I might have to reach chapter 20. We're going to go back here another time. But I'm saying now, Saul, from this moment on, because the Bible said, alright, that's one verse 1 of chapter 16. And the Lord said unto Samuel, How long wilt thou mourn for Saul, seeing I have rejected him from reigning over Israel? Fill thine horn with oil, and go, I will send thee to Jesse the Bethlehemite, for I have provided me a king among his sons. So Samuel was there, weeping for Saul. And the Lord said, How long will you continue to weep? Now, brother, it's one thing when man rejects you. Talk to me. I'm closing. It's one thing when man rejects you, or when Master God rejects somebody. Can I say that one more time?